I'm sick. I don't feel good. I made a to-do list. I have a to-do list slap bracelet. I did that today. And I made a template for future episodes of the show. Oh, wait a minute. I gotta do this in landscape now. Forgot about that. Here we go. How's this? Wow, this feels intimate. Let's look at the camera. Yeah, I made a template for the show, and I made to-do list on my slap bracelet. On my to-do list slap bracelet. I don't want you to actually be able to read it. Day one, baby. Woo! Here we go. If I look at myself, I'm not looking at the camera. This is weird. Hey, bye. Oh, I fell asleep. I'm feeling a little bit better. Mostly just not so tired. Today I sent 2 emails about booking shows, which may seem like nothing, but it's been on my to-do list since like January. And regardless of if anything comes out of that, I think it's good to build the habit. I updated my Spotify profile. I've been getting some more listens. A guy reached out actually the other day, guy Peter from Prague, who it had recommended my music to him, which is cool. He liked the song enough to like bother telling me that, despite the military AI of it all. That was nice. I'm sick again. I canceled my gig. I was supposed to play on the ferry this morning. I'm home instead. Took the kids to get needles. I hate canceling, but I also didn't want to infect anyone with Googling my symptoms said that I probably would, especially singing, right? I don't know if anybody else remembers this. I don't know if this was relevant to you, but during COVID, if you were singing, you had to be farther apart than if you were just talking. Hi, camera. So what can we do today? Let's have a look. If you'd like 500 business cards, some butterfly stickers. This September 2023. Wow. All right, let's have a look inside. Okay, so what am I instructing myself to do here? This is a courageous battle. I need to eat. Go easy on carbs, sugar, caffeine, and alcohol. I've had my standard 2 cups of coffee. Alcohol is not going to be an issue. Sugar usually isn't an issue, although I had a chocolate bar. My 4-year-old got a needle today, and as a reward for being brave with the needle, she was allowed to go, and we went to the dollar store, and she picked out a treat. So she picked this. First, she picked a chocolate bar, and then she wanted this little thing. It was like $2, and it was like this little flashlight that it's also like a little mini slide projector. These got these little carousels you pop in there and projects pictures of unicorns on the wall. And it was too cute, so we had to get it. Then she had one bite of the chocolate bar and decided she didn't want it, so she gave me the rest. So I did eat it. Okay. Exercise. Something I would normally skip on a day like this. Have a shower, do your stretches, go for a walk outside. 10 minutes. I go for a walk around Lily Lake, which will take me an hour, but I like it. Meditate. Maybe just pick 2 from this list. Reduce workload so I can still feel like I'm making progress. 10 minutes of creative play. I haven't done that. I did do it yesterday. I was jamming with my synth and my drum machine. I got my synth running through a few pedals of flanger that I won at the Adam K and the Natural Causes show, I guess a year and a half ago. Really? Has it been that long already? It might have been. Through a Big Muff and a #1 Echo delay pedal, which is cool. The synth has a spring reverb built into it, so with the addition of those effects, it sounds pretty neat. Particularly, I find you put the sequencer on, and I don't really know how to use the sequencer except like you can play a chord. The synth is monophonic, meaning it plays only one note at a time. So if you play a chord and you turn the sequencer on, what it'll do is it'll run through the notes of the chord over and over again. So let's say you play a C major chord and the notes are da da da. It'll just go like do 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 do, and then you can speed it up with the knob. Maybe I'll just show you. But then anyway, you add effects on top of that, and it starts to sound trippy and dreamy. I quite like it. What else we got? Clean and organize your space. Whoa. All right, grab an instrument, play one of your songs, or just noodle. Clean and organize your space. Read Cream Magazine, a biography, something inspiring, fiction. Because all reading will stimulate my artist brain. That's awesome. I love Cream Magazine. I got a new one that is mostly unread. I had a picture published in Cream Magazine a couple of, I guess probably last year. I sent them just a response to an issue, not thinking anything of it, and then they printed it. So that was pretty exciting. I also have had them, they emailed me back a couple of times. I reached out about a couple of things. One was they had a picture from NAMM, and it looked like the singer from the band Walrus appeared to be visiting their booth. Walrus, great band out of Halifax, if you don't know them. What else we got? Watch a documentary or art film. I never do this. Actually, speaking of Cream, because I'm a subscriber, I get a 30-day free trial of, do you ever use Mubi? Is that how you call it? I assume it is, M-U-B-I. The new Pavement movie, Pavements. I'd like to watch that. I want to see Becoming Led Zeppelin too. Listen to a podcast, Marin, Best Show, something. Listen to a record. Try Turnstile. I like Turnstile. And number 4 is stay in the community. Reach out to people who can help you or online friends you've met through your music. Use this time wisely, use it fully. That's good advice. A couple of things that I thought about doing today, because I can't capture video of me playing live, which was like gonna be a important piece of content. Can't do it. I can get my merch together. I got some new merch. I gotta post it online. And I gotta mix this song that I've been working on with Corey as part of my mentorship program. And Corey, CSP, this producer, launched a new YouTube series where he provides feedback on people's music. So I was thinking, if I can get a mix together, which I'm very much still learning how to do, then I can send it to him and get some feedback, and I could potentially be on his show. That would be really cool. And also, podcast. I'm going to take the audio from my previous YouTube video and push it out as a podcast on my old podcast platform, because what I'm doing now is totally relevant to that. So if you look up Learn Drums, learndrums.ca, I don't know, there's like branding issues. It's Learn Drums on Instagram. The podcast is called Hitmakers because I didn't want it to be tied to Learn Drums brand if I ever wanted to do something else with it or make it like not a drum thing. I don't know. I think it just makes it confusing, honestly, but here we are. All right, that's the update. I'll make a little synth video for you. Before I forget, my 4-year-old gave me this donut sticker. That's also a victory, right? The doctor, or the receptionist at the doctor's office, gave it to her, and she gave it to me. Okay. What we need to do is just keep writing this here. Don't look at the bottom of my feet, they're dirty. All right, it's the end of my work day and I'm super stressed out. I'm cooking pork ribs on the barbecue. It's the first time I've ever done this. I gotta leave them on there. I ran out of charcoal, had to get some more. I was kind of too late doing that. Left the stroller at school, but I gotta bring some stuff. It's gonna be too slow if I walk there. So I'm gonna drive there, pick them up, get the stroller that's in the lobby, bring it to the car. I've got 2 of them to transport. And I didn't get almost anything on my to-do list done because I was ideating in my notebook. But this is my biggest problem and biggest obstacle, setback, hold me back thing, is that I can come up with all the good ideas I want. I can't remember them. So I'll like catch a vibe and do something that seems to suit in the moment, and then later when I look at my to-do list, things that I was supposed to be on the hook for, I'm like, oh God, I have no time to do all of that now. And it's just stressful. Hashtag ADHD problems. Okay, bye. I want to... You know what? After I thought about it some more, I think my biggest obstacle is not even the ability to stick to a plan or whatever. My biggest obstacle is that I reject my own ideas. I forget about my own accomplishments. I erase my own progress in my mind. Like, is that self-sabotage? I'm not really sure. But, yeah, I would say my greatest challenge is feeling like what I do is worthwhile. Like what I come up with has value. You know, thinking that anybody would be interested in what I have to offer. And so always feeling like I gotta prove it, like I'm behind, like I'm not good enough. I'll tell you right now, like I'm stressed out about booking a show, like a bar show for the summer, and I think I just missed the window on that. It's because I wasn't on top of it like 2 months ago. But, and I'm like stressed out about it, feeling like I blew it, like if I'm gonna salvage it, I gotta act now. When really, that's a kind of desperation move, and it comes out of not having a larger strategy or vision. But like, I played a big show this summer, a big local show, and I just didn't count it. You know? Makes sense? So we gotta work on that. This is not a new problem, by the way. Ooh. Just in time to catch the sunset, baby. And clearly I'm not the only one with that idea in mind. Look at that. Isn't that beautiful? I don't want to cause any problems, but come on. View from this side ain't so bad either. Here you go. You look out the window. I'm gonna drive. After I shut the camera off, I listened to the mix of my new single that Corey sent me in the car. Gave it the car test. It's not there yet, but mostly it sounds cool. It's cool to have a new song. Maybe feel better to just do something, you know? It's like, it should be no surprise that anxiety comes from like sitting around and worrying about stuff, but man, does it catch me off guard sometimes. I just had this thought. Do you do this? I'm terrible for it. You get so hung up on the things that you're not doing that you can't enjoy all the things that are going well. I spent the day writing in my notebook, thinking about how I'd like my career to unfold, doing a bit of remote work on my laptop from my living room, barbecuing. I went to the grocery store. That sounds like a chill day. And it kind of was, but I'm like so stressed out because I was on the internet looking at things that other people are doing, comparing myself, wondering why I don't measure up, comparing myself to this big list that I made. I don't know how to like time budget. So I don't know how to plan things. So I just write everything down that I can think of. And then I get so stressed out because I can't do it all when I was never going to be able to do it all. But moral of the story is, because I was doing all this, looking at, oh, I don't have enough of this done. I didn't do enough of it. I don't have that person's career. I don't look like them or like sound like them, or I can't, you know, do the thing that works so well for them. It's not the thing that I do. And it's like, I can't copy them, or I can't like move to where they are, or I can't like start having their career. I suck. You know, another thing that happens to me is I get so hung up on like if there's a musician or something that I really like, I end up thinking like, well, that's the correct way to do it. That's the only way to do it. They're so good at their thing. If only I would have figured that out, you know? But you were never supposed to figure that out. You're supposed to figure out your thing. And more importantly, don't get so hung up on it that you can't enjoy all of the good things in your own life. Don't ruin it. I have been ruining it. Don't do that.